want to let you in on a secret. Maybe it's not a secret, but it is something that most of the people don't get, really. You know where all your problems come from? Your relationship problems, your health problems, your inability to follow diets, your problems with work. The root of all of that is in lack of self-love. People in our society don't love themselves. And if you're a person who is, it's beginning of the year and a lot of people do their New Year's resolutions. Everybody starts strong. I'm going to be going on a diet and I will stick to it this time. Or I will stick to my exercise routine this time. Or whatever it is for you. And if you just focus on a diet, the willpower can go just that far, right? Different people have different amounts of willpower, but there's a limit to willpower. However, if you start with learning to love yourself, then you will not need a diet to stick to. If you love yourself, you will learn to listen to your body, and your body will tell you exactly what to eat, when, and how much. If you learn to love yourself, you will exercise. You will learn the exercises that are interesting to you and the ones that bring you joy, and you won't need willpower to make you go do the exercise. If you learn to love yourself, you will stop doing things that are burning you out, and you will find and do things that actually bring you joy, the thing that are interesting to you. And if you're doing something that you are inspired to do, if it's interesting to you, those activities will not burn you out. They actually will give you life force. You might be tired physically, but you will have so much joy. Those activities actually feed you on a cellular level. A few years ago, I heard actually Anita Moorjani saying that her New Year resolution was to love herself more. And I was like, oh, how nice. She was saying this question, how can I love myself more? And I'm like, oh, this is nice. But I didn't quite understand the depth of that message back then. And somehow yesterday it just dawned on me. Well, not just yesterday, it actually was coming to me bit by bit, like little download by little download. And now I kind of see it wider. And it's funny, I used to call myself, I've been a life coach for 4 years now. And I called myself, I don't like the term life coach. I called myself life coach. I called myself happiness coach. I called myself authenticity coach. But I never could quite be satisfied with the name because it doesn't capture what I do. And I just realized what I do is I help people. I teach people to love themselves. And from that force, that's how you fix your life. When you love yourself, you find a way to fix whatever. When you love yourself, your relationships will change simply because you stop walking around and begging for others to love you. You don't need that anymore because you love yourself enough, and you love yourself so much that you have more love and you can give love now. So you become, from the beggar, you become giver. Your business changes. When you love yourself, your business changes. It stops being transactional. You stop looking for validation from other people. I see a lot of people in business, they're like, oh, nobody wants my product, I must be such a loser. Well, and Okay, that's because you don't love your own product, maybe, or you don't love yourself, quite frankly, because you're doing things for others. What happens when you love yourself in your business? You're simply doing something that you are deeply interested in, and you share that with joy, but you don't get that sense of fulfillment from somebody buying your product, because you're already fulfilled from doing what you love, what you want, what makes you curious, what makes you interested, what brings you joy. And other people buying or not buying is the byproduct. They will buy something from you if they find it valuable. But if you already find it valuable, even if it's a hobby, even if your business finally transitioned back into a state of a hobby, that's okay. You will not be beating yourself up, because you don't need anything from the world anymore, because you have everything you need inside you. And that is, I think, what it means when people say, spiritual teachers say, you have everything that you need. And that is love, because from the love, when you love yourself, you don't need anything from the world outside of you. And as a consequence, however, the world around you starts to shift. So it's a magic creative power. This love is not rainbows and unicorns. It's a creative power of the universe. And I think it is the key for you to remember your own divinity. When you love yourself, you finally will see that you are a sacred being, and you are the creator of your life. And that is priceless. You can't put a price on that. Anyhow, if anything I want to wish you for the new year is to love yourself more, and to remember to ask yourself a question: how can I love myself more right now? Again and again and again. And I just hear people screaming at me, but this is selfish. And here's what I have to say to that. This thought that loving yourself is selfish, that's a parasite that is sucking your life force away from you. And I can help you with that too. I can help you remove those parasitic thoughts that are feeding on your energy. Once you release that, you can feel, here, you can just try it. How does it feel when you think, oh, loving yourself is selfish? Is it giving you energy, or is it taking energy from you? You don't need some psychic to tell you that. You can feel it in your own body. If a thought takes your energy, if it makes you smaller, tighter, exhausted, that thought is simple parasite living and feeding off you. Maybe it's time to release it. Okay, lots of love. Oh yeah, I have a few spots in one-on-one coaching practice. If you want to learn to love yourself more, get in touch, send me an email at natalia@natalia.com, and I will put it somewhere in the description. And let's create magic together. All the best for the new year. May your resolution this year be, how can I love myself more?